Hey folks, how's it going? I will eventually start one of these without immediately saying I will. I will. Yay! Yay! Oh dear, you want to see everybody? You're naked. Come here. Let me see if I can fit you in my cardigan. Come here. Look, it's us. You want to wave? Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yeah, good job. Say hi. Do you want the garlic? Check this out. There you go. Yeah, go have fun with the garlic. So anyway, you saw I started this vlog with oh yes, with making applesauce. I still have quite a bit, quite a few of wow, quite a few apples left. So pardon me, had to get my pasta out of the floor. But I still have quite a few apples left, and I'm going to make apple pie filling this weekend and make apple jelly with the scraps of the apples if I have enough time. And that's the kicker, because this weekend is going to be cuckoo nuts bananas. And I know I've said that like the last 4 vlogs, but it's just how life is right now. I hope my hair isn't making a giant noise in the mic. Sorry if it is. But I found a recipe online that I wanted to try really bad. It looked absolutely divine. It's a, excuse me, like a sagey, walnutty pumpkin pasta bake. So that's what I'm doing. I've got the sauce going. I toasted the walnuts with some of the whole sage leaves and just butter first. Then I took those out of the pan and then threw in some oil, onions, garlic, salt, pepper, oregano, and a little bit of cinnamon until it got fragrant. And then I added a tomato paste, which was a 1/4 cup, 15-ounce can of pumpkin, because I'm out of frozen pumpkin. And no, the walnuts I used are not the ones from our place, because I haven't had time to crack them yet. Haha, I know, Mama's so busy. But anyway, that's in there. And then about half of a thing of broth or stock, and about a cup of frozen spinach. And I mix that up. It's simmering right now. And then I'm going to add, I think it's a half a cup. Oh no, I think it's a half a cup of Parmesan, and it called for a cup of Havarti. Oh, I know, or Fontina cheese. So I'm just going to use this block of Havarti that I got at Aldi. So I'm going to do that. Boil my pasta. It said use a tubular. That's like tubular. A tube-shaped pasta. I'm sorry, good grief. A tube-shaped pasta. So I'm using ziti, and it calls for the whole pound. So I'm going to do the whole box in my boiling water, and then I'm going to mix it all together, and I'm going to bake it in this cute pumpkin dish from the Pioneer Woman that I got at Walmart, because I have no impulse control. But it's like the perfect little casserole dish. I'm going to bake it up in here. From what I understand of the recipe, which I will link in the description box, because I couldn't tell you the name of the website or the lady at all right now, but from the looks of it, so you do all this, you do your pasta, you combine it, and then you top it with extra Parmesan, and then the walnuts and the toasted sage leaves. You top it all, and then you bake it. I can't remember for how long, but we'll probably talk about it when it's done and I do the taste test. And of course, it'll be in the directions with the link in the description box. So let's go ahead and get supper wrapped up. All right, guys, this made a ton, and there is no way it's going to fit in this Pioneer Woman dish, but we're going to give it a whirl. This is the biggest skillet I have. Whoa! And it is full to the brim, so I'm going to add it back into the pasta in my pot and stir this up. Oh, I also forgot, there's mushrooms in the sauce too. So if mushrooms aren't your bag, I think you could just leave them out and still have plenty of heartiness in this. Whoa, girl. That is quite enough. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. You want this? Check this out. I'm going to need it back pretty soon though, okay? So I am just stirring this up. Well, actually, it worked out. I mean, whoever wrote this recipe, you knew what you were doing. I thought this was going to be way too much sauce, but it is perfect for this pound of pasta. So I am going to just get this really well incorporated, make a mess while I'm doing it, throw what will fit in the pan. And I mean, I'd say it's going to be just as good without being baked as it is being baked. So if it won't all fit in the pan, I'll just put it in Tupperware containers or freeze it or something. Thank you. I appreciate it. You want it back? Oh, you want back up? But you're still naked. You're still naked. So we'll get this in the pan and in the oven. It is 15 minutes covered, 10 minutes uncovered too, which you'll see that in the recipe. Okay, I wish that you could smell this. If this tastes, I know, if this tastes half as good as the leftovers in the pan and how it smells right now, I'm going to make this once a week. What are the dogs barking at? A truck drove by, and we live in the middle of nothing. So there's Lil. So anytime a vehicle goes by, the dogs are like, sound the alarm. Okay, I'm gonna try this with the sage and the walnuts now. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, it's hot. That is like, oh my gosh, that is the epitome of savory fall in a bite. Pumpkin pasta with mushrooms and walnuts and sage in a pumpkin baking dish. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Well, Miss Priss wants something, so woo, careful. So I'm gonna dish us up some supper and get us both in our jammies, and I will see you in a day or two to make apple pie filling. Good news. folks, it's a new day, and yeah, and I am on here looking like who done it and what for, but at this point, do we really expect anything less? Um, so I was not able to talk you through how I make my apple pie filling. I will tell you, you want to come up here, you're naked again. I swear she wears clothes, but we have a family function to go to tonight, and I saw no point in putting on 14 different outfits today with as dirty as she gets. So you want this? You want your old crusty shirt that I forgot to put in the wash? Yeah, camera. That's a camera. Anyhow, I will tell you straight up from the jump that my apple pie filling is not to my knowledge, it's not like an approved recipe for canning, but it's older than the hills and it's just what I do. So you can take it or leave it if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Come here. If you don't feel comfortable doing what I've done, there are tons of recipes out there that are different that you could, sorry about that, that you could do instead. You want a book? Come on. Come on, hands. Oh my goodness, Lil. I'm struggling. There you go. But anyhow, I do because okay, I'll spit it out in a second. I did my thickening agent is cornstarch. That's why it's not an approved recipe, because most canning recipes don't approve cornstarch as a thickening agent. So as I said, I'm going to link the recipe I used. It's one I've used forever. I've never had any issues with it. But as I said before, if you're not comfortable with that, there's lots more out there. So I processed almost all of a half bushel of apples. I think I have 8 or so apples left. And I showed my handy dandy corer and slicer. When you're using one of those, if you use one, I highly recommend them. First of all, super, super handy. Pay attention to what you're doing so you don't slice your finger into oblivion. 100% my fault. I did get it pretty good. I bled through a couple Band-Aids, but I think we're okay now. But anyhow, next on the agenda is apple scrap jelly. So I have all those peels and cores from when I peeled and cored everything for my apple pie filling. And I've got some cores from when I processed my apples for that applesauce. And I know I didn't talk you guys through either one of those things. I do apologize. I'll try to go back and do a voiceover on those things. So if there's a voiceover on it, it means I had time to do that. And if there's not, I'm sorry. The recipes for everything I did will be linked in the description box. But anyway, I'm going to do this apple scrap jelly. It's basically just scraps, 5 cups of water, 4 cups of sugar, a pack of pectin, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and it's supposed to make 6 half pints. And I've got just some random half pint jars left. They're all different shapes. It's not going to be all pretty and uniform because it's October. All of my uniform jars are used. So I'm just going to talk you through really quickly how to do it. And then as I get parts of this done, I'm going to play with my girl and clean up this kitchen. Oh gosh. No, you don't need it. You need this. You can have the book. That's fine. So you put your scraps and the 5 cups of water to boil for 30 minutes, and you just stir it occasionally. Then you strain it, and then you add, hopefully you've got 4 cups of liquid left, back to the pot, add the lemon juice and the pectin, bring to a boil, and boil for exactly 1 minute, just like you do with anything with pectin in it when you're making jellies. Then you'll add the 4 cups of sugar, dissolve it, and then boil for 1 to 2 minutes. Fill your jars and process, since they're half pints, for 10 minutes. And you just do exactly the same thing you always do. Lift them up, let them set over the steam for 5 or so minutes, then pull them out, listen for your seals. So that's what we're going to do, and hopefully I can get this absolutely disgusting kitchen cleaned up. I think I mentioned when I processed peaches a few months ago, plan on cleaning every single thing in your kitchen after you process peaches. Same with apples. The juice gets everywhere. They're sticky, which, I mean, that's a good thing. It means they're sweet. But yeah, this kitchen is absolutely disgusting. So once I get the water on these apple scraps, I'm going to turn my heat on and get cracking on getting this place cleaned up. Hey, while I have this starting to get hot, something I didn't talk about already that I probably should have is the type of apple that you use when you are canning and cooking. So, like all of the pretty, like red and pinky apples that you get at the grocery store, if you know a farmer who grows apples, and those types of apples are more for eating raw. Um, for cooking, you really want to use a green apple, a Granny Smith, or something like that. And I got my apples from a local farmer. He does apples and peaches, and I want to say he does pears, but I could be wrong. I know for sure he grows apples and peaches. Oh shoot, and I forgot to mute the TV, but I got my apples from a local farmer. They're Granny Smiths, and they're the best ones to cook with because that tartness. Um, and if you can hear that plastic in the background, Lily found a trash bag. So I need to get off of here and get that away from her. But yeah, you want to use a tart apple like a Granny Smith when you're canning or cooking. So that's just a FYI. You don't have to. You don't have to listen to me, but that's just typically the rule of thumb. If you're going to cook or can apples, use a tart green apple.